What type of people are you scared of? Narcissistic abusers. They come into your life thick and fast, love-bombing you and idolizing you. Once you begin to reciprocate their feelings, the games and crazy-making begin. Manipulative behavior, drama, causing arguments over nothing and or out of nowhere, jealousy, double standards, inconsiderate, conveniently forgetful, ghosting and plenty of gaslighting. Plus whatever the fuck else they want to throw in. By the end of it they play the victim, you're questioning your own sanity, and they move on whilst you're left with all the shit. The people who are way too nice to you. I'm not entirely certain where this fear came from, as I have yet to meet someone overly friendly who turns into a raging asshole or bitch, but I think it's because of how overly friendly a lot of Christians can be. There's a reason I put that word in quotations. I'm not referring to the ones who will love you, even if you come out of the closet to them. I'm referring to the ones who, the moment you even think about LGBT, go off on a rant how gays are an abomination and being trans is unnatural, all while smiling that super fake, saccharine smile of theirs. Maybe I am going to hell, Jackie, but with all the flames you're spouting off, I'm pretty sure hellfire's going to be rather cool in comparison. Someone with a strong sense of denial, that is never wrong, and always blames others. I have a 35-year-old coworker that had a surprise baby. She was already big, so the pregnancy wasn't noticeable to us. She literally left work, drove to the hospital with back pain, had the baby with nothing prepped, no crib, clothes, diapers, car seat, nothing, and then called in baby the next morning. She drank, smoked weed, and got tattoos her entire pregnancy. She was offended that DCFS was called to the hospital for an eval because she had zero prenatal care. Obviously this pregnancy was not her fault, nor is anything else in her life. She has an excuse or blame for everything. She is truly horrifying. I have never seen anything or anyone else like it in my life. People who have gone cold. People who, for whatever reason, have lived through or seen some shit that just wipes them out emotionally. People whose emotional state is analogous to your brain's dopamine after an MDMA binge. The tide is just out on happy juice, and all you can do is lay on the floor and wish to die. When the tide has gone out on a person's empathy and compassion because of what they've lived through, you end up with a person who can do anything, or watch anything be done, to another living being, and feel nothing. That's what scares me. I went to a party and there was this short guy that clearly works out and got wide. You know what I mean. Anyway, he was going around to every single person that was a few inches taller than him saying he knew they were asking for a fight, including myself. Turns out this dude was the roommate of the guy hosting the party. Then it kind of clicked that his insecurities were enhanced at the fact that people were in his safe space. TLDR, extra violently insecure people. Edit. Upon review, this guy was pretty short and was trying to pick fights with people taller than them, so it's not definite that it's about the height difference since I had no control group really to compare, people as short or shorter than them. But that was my gut feeling in the situation. People who support most or all of the following. 1. Powerful and continuing nationalism. 2. Rollback of human rights. 3. Identifying enemies as a unifying cause. 4. Rampant sexism. 5. Controlled mass media. 6. Strong national security. 7. Non-secular government. 8. Corporate power protection. 9. Labor power suppression. 10. A disdain for intellectualism and the arts. 11. Being hard with crime and punishment. 12. Rampant cronyism and corruption. If someone does support most or all of these, they are a fascist. Historically, they have been some of the most terrifying people. I worked with an older guy at a factory once, maybe late 40s or early 50s. He looked like the kind of guy who drank a couple beers every morning when he woke up, had a really loud and deep voice, scruffy face, always sounded annoyed and or pissed off. Cursed a lot and always complained about work and people. I could not relate to this guy at all as our interests couldn't be more opposite. I always hated running into this guy at work. He always gave me an attitude like I was a dumbass and he couldn't care less about what I had to say. Also his eyes, man. Like he had a resting bitch face, but for men. I have this weird thing where I'm never worried if I'm by myself or if I'm with a group of guys. But if I'm with my girlfriend, I'm always scanning the room, constantly figuring out where to go if shit happens, etc. I'm not checking to see if guys are looking at my GF or something. It's more along the lines that, in my experience, groups of douchebag guys like to fuck with a guy and his girlfriend. And if someone says some off-the-wall shit or does shit to her, I'm just gonna have to fucking beat the shit out of him, even if I get jumped. So the people I'm most weary of is those douchebag white dudes that wear hats backwards, wearing baseball jerseys, talking loudly, laughing with their fellow douchebag friends. You know the people I'm talking about. Young men who are angry at everything because of nothing. The kind who spend all day on 4chan looking at gore posts. The kind who post anonymously about hating women because they don't have a girlfriend. The kind who upload animations of themselves as school shooters and idolize the Columbine killers. The kind who have no reason to be angry and don't know why they're angry and are just angry at everything all of the time. I don't know how to help them or if they want help or what to help them from.